Well, the unrest was sparked by an extension to ease the coronavirus restrictions until the end of April. They include the closure of all non-essential shops and takeaway-only services for restaurants and cafes. And many venues have already gone bankrupt, unable to withstand the financial pressure of a third lockdown in 1 year. We're across live to Francesco Giubilei, the president of Future Nation, an Italian conservative think tank. Sir, thanks for coming on the programme. Good to have you with us today. Italy is going through a third wave of the coronavirus. Presumably, the government didn't have a choice but to extend this lockdown.
First of all, let me say that violence is always wrong. So the images that we saw a few minutes ago are not good images for our country, because the violence against the police is not correct. But in the second time, we have to say that there are a lot of people, a lot of owners of restaurants, a lot of owners of shops that are tired because they can't open, they can't work. I have here with me the Italian Constitution. You can see here the Italian Constitution. And the Italian Constitution, the first article of our Constitution, say that Italy is a democratic country based on labor. So if the normal people, if the citizens can open their shops, can't open their restaurant, how they can live? So I understand the people, we understand the people that go in the streets, that demonstrate and try to say their voice. But violence is not correct.
These restrictions have really had a big impact on the hospitality sector. What do you think the government should do to help and have that balance between keeping people safe and keeping businesses afloat?
How you know, we have a new government that is led by Mario Draghi, the former president of the European Bank. The problem is that this new government is linked with the past government, with the previous government of Giuseppe Conte. I think that we have to change everything. These people need more money, because if you say to a owner of a restaurant, you can open until the end of April, you can't open until maybe May or maybe in June in the summer, they say, okay, we don't open, but the government has to pay us something. The government has to help us, to give us money. And the big problem in our country in this situation is that the government don't have the money to help these people. So that's why these people are hungry. Today was published a research where an important Italian institute say that from the last year to this year, we lost 1 million jobs in our country. So you can imagine how it's difficult, how the economic situation is difficult in Italy in this moment. So the government has to help all the people.
Do you think the government's vaccination program, at least, could bring some hope for the economy, or the introduction of COVID passports, perhaps? Could that be one solution to the problem?
I think that the problem of vaccination is not linked with the Italian government, but is linked with the European Union. If we say, for example, to Russia, to Serbia, to United Kingdom, to Israel, to a lot of countries out of the European Union, the situation, the sanitary situation is better than inside the European Union. The problem of Italy, the problem of Germany, the problem of France is that the vaccination campaign is very slow because we don't have the vaccines. But this is not the fault of our government. This is the fault of the European Union, because the European Union is very slow to give us the vaccine. So if we don't have some new vaccines in a few days, it's difficult also to reopen the country. But there are a lot of situations that are not normal. For example, if you go in a subway in Rome or in Milano, it's a crowd of people inside the subway, but the restaurants are closed. So there is something that is not working. And the only solution, I think, is to start a very, very fast vaccination campaign.